Hello, and welcome to episode 360 of the Casual Tryhard podcast. I'm Brian,
And I'm James.
and we are going to completely and totally cover all sides of Magic the Gathering today. We're going to give you a 360-degree look at whatever we think of
A
in
perfect
the
circle.
next, yeah, perfect circle. We're going to play some violin.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So,
We
yeah,
we kind of
so,
don't have a show today. Couple little odds and ends that I thought like maybe we could kick off a conversation about, but no real plan for the show. So it's kind of like you're getting an unshow.
yeah. So, we're going to see where it goes.
Yep.
So, we have, I don't know, 2 or 3 more weeks until the next set starts rolling out.
Yep.
But if you have any ideas of what you want us to talk about, please hit us up. Facebook, Discord, email, Twitter/X, Blue Sky, all the places. Come in, say hey. All those links are in the description, and you can help us figure out what to talk about next week.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna get more of this. So
Yeah.
let us know if that's what you want. Also, like Brian said, all the links are down below. If you want to support the show, if you like this format where we don't script or write anything and just kind of have a conversation, we do that every show before the show starts in the unshow. And our
Yeah.
patrons have access to that. Patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG is where you can go check that out. Chip a couple bucks in, help support the show. We would appreciate that part. In return, you normally get show notes. These show notes really aren't anything at all, so I don't even know if I'm going to post them. But patrons also get about another hour of content out of us every week, like I was just describing in our unshow. We're old, our equipment sometimes doesn't work, and we always just need to catch up. So we spend about an hour before every episode doing just that, catching up, making sure my volume is correct, making sure Brian's volume is correct, there's audio being recorded, making sure the video is there, and we record it and pump it out there for the patrons. So if you like this episode, it's kind of like what the unshow is, or if you just want to support the show, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG.
Yeah. We've got some show.
Yep.
So, we were talking about Ninja Turtles in the pre-show, and it made me think of. I didn't watch the video, but do you know? Oh, what is her name? MTG New Girl.
Mhm.
Like they've made like their own like content team.
Okay.
It's like them, Maulhound, the guy
Not
who like
familiar with that one.
he does TikTok. He like kind of roasts commanders, and then ends it with like, but the real question is, can Toxroll get it?
Oh.
It's like, no, it's a gross slug. I know it smells bad. This no, right, or whatever. And then this guy VeggieTales,
Yeah.
who does like a lot of like commander combo stuff. But they had a video that's like, is small set draft killing Magic?
Okay. This was also not exactly the same thing, but this is where I was going to start the show as well.
But so that got me thinking, like what are the problems with like small set draft / like you pick two, like it's a Panera menu, like a modern Panera, not like peak you pick two Panera from like 2007, but like now Panera pick two.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I think that there are like so the small sets are way more risky.
Well, okay.
From like a draft
hang
point
on
of
one
view.
second.
Okay.
Let's take half a step back.
Okay.
Where I was going to start the show was on pick 2.
Okay.
Because again, we had talked in the pre-show a little bit about how we really haven't been doing much Magic lately. I've been playing, like, my mobile game of choice lately is Once Upon a Galaxy, not Arena. And when I'm sitting in front of my computer, I've had other things to do recently than play Arena. So I have not played Arena. But remember back when we were talking, I think it was the mechanics episode, I had asked you, and we had looked up on the website if this was going to be a pick 2 format.
Yes.
And the website said it's a pick 2 format.
Okay.
And that's where we landed on, was this was a pick 2 format. I think we also, you had mentioned that limited resources was going to skip this set because it
And they
was a
have
pick two
basically.
format, or one of the reasons was because it was a pick two
Yeah.
format. Right. So
Okay.
when I was trying to figure out a topic for tonight, I had opened up Arena just to see if there was anything going on in Arena, and I think I had mentioned maybe in the unshow that really the only Ninja Turtles I have interacted with was I did 2 sealeds when it came out 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was. So I hadn't even drafted it. So I went to click on draft, and it's not pick 2 draft.
It's not?
Nope. It is regular Premier draft. There was no mention in there of it being pick 2.
Interesting.
Which kind of led to my question. Was it actually a pick 2 draft? Is that something Wizards went back on? Because
I like the I am trying like I thought it was. I don't
when I clicked
know.
on Premier Draft, it just said Premier Draft. It didn't say pick 2.
I believe you. I just like um I don't know if I had assumed.
We
I
looked it
also
up on the
feel like
website.
yeah, I like oh no, so Premier Draft da, 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 da. Oh, so there okay. So there is Premier. Oh, here. Okay. So I saw something with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arena schedule for the beginning of the month.
Okay.
So Premier Draft is MTG Arena's flagship offering for limited play. It's our gold standard. For this release, we will offer the same 8-player pick one Premier Draft format we run for every set release. And then they have the fast 4 wins or 2 losses version of pick 2 draft will be available.
Okay. But for Spider-Man, it was only pick 2, right?
Yeah, they mentioned that we did not offer Premier Draft with Through the Omen Paths and heard from players that this format was missed.
Gotcha.
So they designed it to be pick 2.
But nobody liked it.
Nobody liked it. So now they're like, fine, we designed it to be pick 2, but now we're going to just make it pick 1.
Yeah.
You filthy animals.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
have fun fighting over 5 archetypes in an 8-player pod.
Right. But like that also plays off of what you were just saying about like problems with a small set draft.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to do something like that in order to make it work.
Mm-hmm. Like you have to do pick 2 or some like other weird gimmick because there's just not enough cards
Right.
to like make all the archetypes work. Heck, sometimes when they have a full set, they decide they're not going to make all the archetypes work.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time there's archetypes that don't work.
Well, I was like more like lore when they were like, here are 5 supported
Right.
archetypes,
And then a couple
and then if
weird
you
ones.
open, yeah, if you open a red white card, Godspeed.
Yeah.
Hope that works out for you.
Yeah.
Hope your giants like some Kithkin and some elementals.
Right.
But all your cards talk about giants, elementals, and Kithkins, and you're like,
Yeah.
I have 5 of each. They do nothing. So, I mean, there's that, and like I was gonna just bring up, and I heard someone mention this. It might have been on limited resources, and yeah, like this cannot be good for limited resources because like I'm listening, like I saw like the limited resources Q&A, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna listen to this one, thanks.
Yeah.
But if you make a mistake with a card, you see it so much more
Oh yeah.
than if you do, and then in like a regular set. So like the best card in the set, like the best uncommon by far, which is better than many of the rares, is Mighty Mutanimals.
Oh yeah. That card's a house.
And like in a normal draft, but you're gonna see one. There'd be like one, maybe 2 opened.
Right.
Here you have half as many packs being open, or half as many cards in an equal number of packs. So you're gonna see 3 or 4 of them.
Yep.
2 to 4 in a pack or in a draft.
Yeah, and like it's not even that you see more, like you physically see more of the card. There's also less cards in the set to cover it up.
Yeah.
Like while like in a normal set, if Mighty Mutanimals was in Lorwyn or whatever, like Mighty Goblin
Mi-
Animals, whatever.
yeah, Mighty Kithkin.
Sure, Mighty Kithkin. If that was in Lorwyn, it would probably still be, one of the best uncommons in the set, but you have way more cards out there to find an alternate route to victory
Hmm.
than you do in a small set.
I think there's like there are more cards to compete for like the deck space
Yeah.
of like, is this a Mighty Mutanimals deck?
Mm-hmm.
Which maybe the answer is always yes, but like you could at least be like, oh, there's this other card that might fit in my deck better or what have you.
Yep.
And then there is just the like, I might end up with 3 Mighty Mutanimals in my deck because, you know, I'm in the right seat and there's not another white drafter and I just get past them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I open one, my opponent takes a rare and passes me one, and now I'm like locked into white and I'll get one from like the 2 or 3 seats to my left in pack two.
Yeah.
Because they don't know I have one. They just
Right.
didn't see any white cards. Right? Now I have like 3 uncommons. So the store I play at does like chaos draft.
Mm-hmm.
And uh it was a mix of like a lot of there were a lot of Under Horizons packs and then a lot of Ninja Turtles packs. And like in pack two, I passed in like 4 or 5 in like 4 or 5 Ninja Turtles packs. I passed 2 Pizza Faces,
Yeah.
and it like that card just stuck out because it's a giant like blob of pizza.
Right.
Um, but I was just like, oh wow, like you do just see these uncommons like way more. Because like if that was like a Lorwyn draft, you're not gonna see like eclipsed. You're not gonna see two eclipsed whatevers in like
Right.
the same like you know in your first like 4 packs of that set. Like it just doesn't really happen.
Yeah, you're also, not everybody's opening Ninja Turtles in a chaos draft. So
Yeah,
not only did you see 3 of them or 2 of them or whatever, but it's not everybody opening a pack either.
yeah, but it was out. But it was out of like 4 packs. It was like
Yeah.
pack two, and I think 4 people
Yeah.
opened Ninja Turtle packs.
Right.
And so out of 4 Ninja Turtle packs, I saw 2 Pizza Faces.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, like if these were Mutanimals, maybe I would have like taken them and like
Hard pivot.
been a Mutanimal man. It's like I know what the best card in this set is. Like I know what I'm going to take.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they just have way less room to make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like the if there's a mythic uncommon, you might see like 1 or 2 a draft.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And now the mythic uncommon you just see a ton of.
Yep.
And it can like really warp the draft.
Yeah.
Where you don't have those safety valves of there's 120 uncommons or however many there are in a
Right.
given set. It's like no, there are 60 uncommons.
There's only 120 cards.
Yeah. Right, there are 60 uncommons or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, great. Like there's 90 rares, 60 uncommons, and 30 rares. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So like if we miss with one of these, like we're just completely and totally like screwed. 100% yes. It's like, have I mentioned we've missed with a lot of cards in the
Right.
last half a decade?
Yeah, and like it's not, that's certainly a problem. Like missing with a card is
Yeah.
definitely more prevalent in like a small set draft environment. But like even on a kind of like that's a micro level, on a macro level, you can miss it with a whole archetype.
Oh yeah.
And like if an archetype is too strong, like even if individual, like kind of like we saw with Arena Cube, how red white was just hands down the thing to do and nothing else was even
Yeah.
close. I mean, you mess with an archetype, and then all of a sudden, like, you don't, you can't even draft because you got three people at the table fighting for one archetype, and everybody's deck just ends up garbage.
Yeah. Or the other thing is if you miss the other way,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this was like a lore win problem to some degree. But like, hey, you have 5 archetypes. If one's just bad,
Right.
right? Now you have,
Four
you know,
archetypes.
eight players fighting over 4 archetypes.
Yeah.
And like oftentimes there is just one bad archetype.
Yep.
Uh or like two, you know. Zendikar, green in battle for Battle for Zendikar or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Right, where you just didn't take any green cards ever.
Right.
Right? Okay, fine. But like now it's like, oh hey, you just like if there's like a bad archetype, it's like you can't possibly like make an 8 player draft work.
Yeah.
Which I'd be interested to see how like the normal premiere draft goes for Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I haven't tried it. I'm not like I think there's some cool stuff going on in this set. At least I know it's a low bar, but at least cooler than Spider-Man. But it hasn't really hasn't made me want to come out of retirement. I'll say that.
Yeah. Well, I will say that LR is actually like they're talking more about Ninja Turtles because they're like it's actually been fun.
Yeah.
It's way better than Spider-Man. So, like that's good at least. Like they have come back to it. They didn't just leave and go like, yeah, we're never talking about this again. They have kind of come back and been like, oh, there are some redeeming qualities here.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So, that is a positive
Yep.
compared to some of our other options.
So, was there anything else that like jumped out at you about like specifically problems with small set limited?
I think that it like we talked briefly about like how we're training a new player base.
Yeah, we talked about that in the end show.
Yeah, I think this is also training a new player base,
Yeah.
right? Like if you started playing at Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
or maybe more likely Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
right, you like 2 of your like 7 draft experiences have been like weird small set pick 2 stuff,
Yeah.
which
That's actually
might
an
also
interesting point that like I hadn't really considered. Thinking back on your 10 years as a Magic player.
Mhm.
Let's talk about like pre-2020.
yes.
Yep, the good old days.
Where like a 3 and a green, a 2 and a green 3/3 was like wow.
Yeah.
2 and a green 3/3 no tax.
But specifically think about the big problems. I mean, there's always drama in Magic, right? That's kind of par for the course. But think about the big. I'm not even going to call them problems. Think about the big drama in Magic for the previous like 6 years. It was things. They were all things that went against how the player base had been trained. So it was when they moved away from the block format, when they changed standard rotation, when they changed the mulligan rule. Like those were the big dramatic events, like that social media was in an uproar and all the content creators talked about and what have you. They were things that went against how Wizards had trained their customers to be. And like that, you're 100% right. If the goal of all these UB sets and like the reason they're putting them in standard is because they want to capture people from other IPs and bring them into the game, you're training them on a bad data set. You're not training them for the way Magic works. You're training them for whatever you had to do to make the IP work.
Yeah, like you bring them in to Spider-Man, they pick 2.
Yep.
Right? Then they go to Edge of Eternities and they have to like learn a new way to draft.
Right.
right? They go on Arena to play their Spider-Man, and none of the cards are the cards they have in their physical collection
Right.
because they have different names. And it's just like it doesn't do well to get people like onboarded,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think all of this stuff is a good way to get people to be like, "Ooh, I'm excited about whatever. I I like Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play this Miles Morales card. I like Ninja Turtles. Uh, perhaps not as deep as they went with Ninja Turtles, but I
Right.
like Ninja Turtles. Um, I'm gonna buy these because they're like art pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll play the game, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
But the way I learned how to play the game is not how my friends had played before.
Right.
Or like they're like, oh no, like don't do it this way. This is dumb.
Yeah.
Do it this way. Or more realistically, spend $40 on this Commander product.
Well, so that's kind of a good segue into another topic. Are you ready to change topics?
Sure.
Did you see? Was it a PK video last week about how commanders training people to be bad Magic players?
I did not see that,
I think it was
but
PK.
I've heard some talk about this perhaps.
Well, I mean, I'm on board. I think playing
Mhm.
commander does teach you to be a bad Magic player. Um, and like my thought towards it was that it's not like you don't get punished. You don't get punished for making a mistake or an unoptimal play. You don't get
Mhm.
punished for making a mistake because it's casual and you're sitting around a table with some friends and, oh, I played the wrong land. Can I take that back? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, I meant to kill that creature, not this creature. Can I take that back? Okay, sure. Like, that's not
Yeah.
how magic works. That's not how anything works. That's not how life works. um, but what PK was saying is that you are. It's not just that there's no consequence to your actions because you're playing a casual game, but it's that. Oh shoot! I don't remember what he said now.
Oh,
Yep, it just slipped. It just slipped away. That it happens when you get old.
it does. I mean,
Um,
I know for a fact I've definitely made plays even on like, the Friday nights. I'm just going like, yeah, I did that wrong.
yeah,
And like I'll pass the turn and go like, yeah, I messed that turn up.
yeah. Oh,
And she's
that's
like,
what it was. Is like you don't have to find the optimal line. Like you're never trained to develop good habits. It's not just that you're not
mhm.
punished for making mistakes, but you're never trained for to make good decisions
Yeah.
because there's no stakes involved. Like if your deck is ladies looking left, you really don't care about anything that happens in the game because you're not trying to win anyway.
Yeah.
Or if your
You
deck
just
is all hats, it nothing matters. Like literally nothing matters because the card is in your deck not because it's good, but because it's wearing a hat.
yeah. And so why do you care as long as you get to do the hat thing?
Right. And it's not that, not to put, people neatly in a bucket or whatever. It like that's not the point. It's that in a game where that's like or in a setting where something like that is acceptable. Like I don't want to say encouraged and I don't want to say frowned upon, but like if that is a thing that can happen during your
Hmm.
Thursday night commander at your local game store, that kind of sets the tone for what's expected.
The game as a whole.
Exactly. So
There's no like realistic transition from I'm like playing sloppily with my friends
yeah,
to oh I'm gonna do like that 60 card thing looks interesting,
right.
right? And you go and it's such a jarring change
Yeah.
that it's just like oh that person's like super sweaty
Hmm.
and like a spike, right? Like oh I like didn't realize the thing had ward and he wouldn't let me take it back,
Right.
right? And like so like that person's not nice, and it's like, well, no, you're kind of fundamentally playing a different game.
100% you're playing a different game.
And I think that like the chasm between like commander and competitive
Mm-hmm.
has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, to the point that like basically they've had to ostracize the people who want to play commander and win
Right.
from everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like, oh, it's just not fun. It's
Right.
like, oh, but like even when you play like Catan, like you're trying to win on some level,
Right.
right? That's like a fun social game with sheep,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, uh, so like the fact that it's like almost seemingly like a bad thing to win
Right.
or to want to win,
So
right? Just makes it hard to get from to use Commander as like an onboarding place to the rest of Magic.
right.
It seems like now Wizards is just like, please onboard onto Commander and like stay there forever.
Yeah, and like that was exactly where I was going to go next is like when you're bringing people into the game and like teaching them the game or whatever, the the new player product is a commander precon.
Hmm.
And that's how you're teaching people to play the game. So if your goal with all these, various IPs and what have you is to, you know, conquest customer is what they call it, right? You're
I guess, yeah.
taking a customer from somewhere else, and that's what it's called in the car world. Like
Okay.
if Volkswagen releases some like all-wheel drive wagon, they're looking for conquest customers from Subaru, right?
Hmm.
Um, if that's what Wizards is doing, trying to gain conquest customers from Warhammer, Ninja Turtles, Lord of the Rings, whatever, it kind of goes back to like the expectation your new player is getting with a small set. But if the product you're using to onboard them is Commander, that's how they're going to assume the game is played.
Hmm.
And then your FNMs don't fire unless you're doing a Commander FNM. Your Magic Cons are empty unless you're playing Commander events. Like none of your competitive events are being sustained by this.
I think you run into the same problem long term that they ran into with like 60 card formats, where, right, the reason they moved to Commander
Mm-hmm.
was as like that was the growth market,
Yeah.
right? Seemingly at some point, you're going to have all the Commander people that can Commander,
Right.
right? And then like where is the growth going to be? It's like, oh, can like convert them into competitive Commander players? Can I convert them into draft players? Which is, the kind of conspiracy for the pick two draft
Mm-hmm.
is, uh, we don't have enough time for another 8 hour Commander game.
Right.
How about the four of us do a Ninja Turtle draft? We each take two cards and then we like play limited.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think the people who like spent a bunch of money on Ladies Looking Left and Kalia the Vast
Yeah.
and like I express myself through Krenko.
Right.
Um, I believe I should repopulate the earth. Thus, my commander is Krenko.
With goblins.
Yeah, I've my commander is Krenko that has been altered to be Elon Musk, and I will tap it and make four children I will not talk to.
We will only name them symbolically.
Exactly. This is
This
they
is
all start
Dash.
with X.
It was
Yeah,
Dash,
this
right?
yeah, this is X dash.
Yeah.
This is a spy plane.
Yeah.
But like to like get those people to be like, yes, I'm going to play limited now. Right? Like that's gonna be like a pretty like far like hill to climb.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean I have to like play my stuff like correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a guy on Friday. his son is the like Friday night like shopkeep.
Hmm.
So he comes in and plays, and partway through our game, he's like, "So how do phases work?" He's been playing for like a year, or
Okay.
like no, how does priority work?
Yeah.
So I was explaining to him when there are priority passes,
Hmm.
like and strategically, like why do you kill my Azula on the hunt? That like if I you let me attack, I get a benefit.
Right.
Like you should kill it before I get to attack, but while I'm in combat and explaining all this, and it's just like I know like you have like packs and packs, you have boxes of commander decks,
Hmm.
right? And like you have played commander, but like the like actual rules of the game
Escape you.
have yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't it's not like oh like that's terrible like it's just like you've been playing for a while. Like this is stuff that like
Yeah.
we would drill into Anthony with a rolled up newspaper.
That's
Uh
right.
you're not going to combat, you're going to the beginning of combat because you need to get your trigger on your stupid toolcraft exemplar so you can crew your vehicle,
Yeah.
then you go to combat. Right? And like we just you don't have that like understanding in like the of the game anymore, it doesn't seem.
Right.
Right? Like having played against a bunch of people that are predominantly like commander players,
Well, I
like
mean,
you
it's also
just
really hard to teach that stuff in Commander. Like the reason it's a difficult concept for competitive, like 1v1 to
Mhm.
grasp, because in order to do it correctly, you shortcut it, right?
Mhm.
And you shortcut it so that you can get your games done in a reasonable amount of time, so you can finish your round so that you're ready for the next round.
Yes.
So the reason that you shortcut the stuff and never learn it is because it takes too long. Well, if you have to shortcut it in a 1v1 game, like doing it the proper way in Commander is 4 times as long.
True.
Like every time you pass priority, you ask the person to your left, "Do you have a response?" "No." "Okay, do you have a response?" "No." "Okay, do you have a response?" "No." "Okay." Spell resolves. Like
Mhm.
to do that every time is way more laborious than it is in 1v1.
Yeah.
So of course you're going to shortcut it. And if everybody just shortcuts it all the time, nobody ever learns it. And when there's, oh yeah, you can go ahead and take that back. When there's no consequences, there's no reason to not shortcut it.
Yeah. Like, oh, sword's your thing. Oh, it
Yeah.
has ward. Oh,
And actually, I think, like you mentioned, the CEDH people getting ostracized from regular Commander. I think that that was one of the key differences that made them kind of want to split off. Was not like it kind of grew into its own thing where it's,
hmm
hyper competitive and whatever, but they were Commander players that wanted to like enforce the rules and play actual Magic,
yeah.
not just that they all had the best decks and all the dual lands and whatever sitting around. It was that they actually wanted to play the game the way the rules say to play the game.
Yeah, they were like, hey, like, here's, okay, you made, like, your spell's countered because it had ward.
Right.
Sorry, you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, so, like, and so I think it's really hard, like I said, to then get people to move from that to, like, the rest of your game.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's not, I mean, that I think also impacts, like, set design,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, the fact that there are a million legendary creatures in all of these little sets.
Yep.
Like a lot of it is just like set up for uh commander, like, oh, we have to give them a bunch of
Right.
creatures to build decks with
So there's 3
and what have
different
you.
legendary Leonardos and 4 different legendary Michelangelos.
Yeah, I mean just like where's that dumb card? Metalhead? Just like this uncommon like, you know, 5 mana 4/4 that enters and bounces a thing.
Yeah.
Has to be a legend and it has to have a red activated ability because now it's a blue red commander that you can like
Yeah.
do the blue red artifact thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, and so those kind of things then end up um, making the limited environment worse, going like full circle,
Yeah.
right? Like, oh, I have three April O'Neils. Yeah, they're 1 mana 2/2s that are legendary. You can't ever have more than one on the battlefield at a time.
Right.
To the point where like these small sets are making wizards like openly talk about changing the legend rule again.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, so basically they're talking about maybe um like removing the like you can only have one, or changing like what can be a commander, because they keep making all these legendaries. Like this was like an Aaron Forsyth Morrow, like there was an article
Hmm.
about how like here are the downsides of legendary creatures. Like these are things we should like try to address.
Yeah.
And it's like I know the legend rule has changed, but the legend rule has been this version of it for like 20 years
Yeah.
or something. Like it's been
A long
pretty
time.
consistent. Maybe a small tweak, but nothing like major.
Yeah.
And like they're just like talking about like, oh, like they can be legendary, but that only applies to being a commander. But then it wouldn't have like you can only have like one of these on the battlefield
Hmm.
or something, and it's like that would be like absurd.
Yeah.
Especially some of like the older legends that were designed that were
Right.
like you can only have one of me. It's like no, I've got two. It's like, oh well, now it breaks everything.
Two light paws.
Yeah, two light paws, exactly.
That's what you need.
Exactly. But like
Hmm.
I don't know, it's
Yeah, I hadn't heard that. I'll have
yeah,
to look for that article. That's interesting.
um but it does like we're onboarding people into a different game.
Yeah.
And now
So,
there has oh
uh,
go ahead.
no, you finish your thought then.
I was gonna say like this kind of feeds into years ago, all of us competitive players were like, why are you ignoring us?
Right.
And they always talked about the kitchen table players
Right.
and how they're selling all these cards to kitchen table players.
Mm-hmm.
And like the like no rules commander games and the kitchen table people are kind of one and the same
Yeah,
to some
like
degree.
I think in Wizards' eyes they're not, but I think there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, like I think the I'm like again, ladies looking left commander player is, you know, I'm just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe there are specific cards that I want, but maybe I'm just like, much like the kitchen table player, like at Walmart and go like, oh, I like turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, can we get the gif of the kid? I like
I like
turtles.
turtles.
Um, but like, and then I'm gonna buy a couple packs,
Yeah.
and then I guess the hope is that you see like, oh, Metalhead. I like robot turtles even more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a robot turtle commander deck.
Yeah.
And then they spiral and they buy a bunch of cards from wherever that opened a bunch of packs
Right.
to get, all the blue red cards they need for their like Robo Turtle deck.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think that there was always a complaint that Wizards like catered to this group of kitchen table players that like simultaneously like didn't care enough to go to like an LGS, but somehow cared enough to complete their like 15-minute survey
Right.
to let them know they were a kitchen table player,
Yeah.
right? Or like if they just like extrapolated, like, well, Brian said he spent like $100 on packs, and we got $300, so there's $200 of dark money
Yeah.
that we can't explain. It's the kitchen table,
Got to be the kitchen table.
right? But like I feel that like they have really like leaned into Commander as the new kitchen table
Yeah.
thing.
So I
So
got
is you
kind of two more things
okay?
that kind of roll off the back of what we just talked about and then into each other, and that'll probably bring us through the end of the episode.
Okay.
The first is that you mentioned when about the legend thing, that they're wanting to make a change to the legend rule because of how they function in small sets.
Yes.
I thought this was the last small set.
I don't.
Because Avengers is a full size set, right?
Is it?
I thought it was.
Maybe?
And I'm pretty sure Star Trek is a full size set.
I would hope that they had like gotten to the point that they stopped doing these little sets,
Yeah.
because I think as much as they, right, none of these have really worked.
Right.
Right? Everyone already hates them.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed, March, Spider-Man, Turtles.
Yeah, like Aftermath.
Yeah, sorry, Aftermath, not March. You're right.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
But like they're all kind of terrible.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So like I mean that kind of rolls into the last thing that I was going to touch on. Oh, it did, and now it's gone. See, this is why I write show notes.
we are having,
It'll come back to me.
we're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's interesting though.
it is a blog. It's a blogatog post.
It was a Blogatog
I'm
post.
reading in a recent blog post. Can we get? Is it actually linked? Oh, it is.
Oh.
It is.
Okay. It came
Okay.
back to me.
Okay. Go ahead.
In another, because you mentioned Blogatog, it came back to me, and we might have touched on this briefly during the unshow last week. But did you see that thing about Spider-Man being in the
it's
top
like-
10 sets of all time?
Yes, that I did see.
Like, what kind of world do we live in where Spider-Man joins the ranks of cons and any of the modern Horizon sets? Like, how is Spider-Man one of the best-selling sets of all time? Lord of the Rings, sure. Like, I'll give you Lord of the Rings.
So Final Fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Avatar is the third best-selling set. Modern Horizons 2, Tarkir Dragonstorm, are the top five. Again, this is the like Google, the Google AI response. Avatar is the third. I don't know if they had. So one of the thoughts that someone had brought up was that if you, what is it called? If you just came off of Final Fantasy, which was selling collector boosters for $1,400 a collector booster, like to the point that at the Vegas Magic Con, people were spending $300 or something to enter an event, or $150 to enter an event. They were dropping, selling the boxes, turning a profit, and then going back, doing it again. Right, that's how much the boxes were. That one of the thoughts is that stores were like, "Oh my God, this is just going to be how Universes Beyond is," right?
Yeah.
Because if you think about, Lord of the Rings 2 years ago, into then like the next big Universes Beyond thing is Final Fantasy.
Yeah. And
then like you're like, I have to order as much product as they'll let me order because there's gonna be so much demand.
Yeah.
Like, because from a Wizard's point of view, they, they care what happens with the player, but for like best-selling set of all
Yeah,
time,
their numbers come from the distributors.
exactly. So like, if there's just like warehouses full of like of Spider-Man
Yeah,
because no one could keep Final Fantasy,
yeah,
from Wizards' point of view, like, yeah, it's like the seventh best-selling set of all time or whatever.
yeah. Even
But
though it's
like,
all headed for the junkyard.
yeah, like out in the wild, it's not that like it is a, I think, pretty much universally reviled set,
Yeah,
and but a bunch of those units were moved before they before people knew.
yeah,
Now, the counterpoint to all of our like we're not onboarding people with like, you know, to like play the game is like Tarkir Dragonstorm being like the best selling set or one of the best selling sets. Like it's the best selling universes within like standard set,
hmm
right? Is that because we had a bunch of players? Because was it after Final Fantasy? Was it Final Fantasy then
yeah. I
that?
think it was.
So like, did we have this like high of people coming from Final Fantasy into Dragonstorm that we like that got onboarded at Final Fantasy, and then
Then all of a sudden, you got some of your OG players back also because of Tarkir.
yeah, or it was it like I saw a bunch of people that were like, oh, I'm just here because I want to like crack packs at pre-release because there's a dragon that I want,
Yeah,
right? Like, was it just because it was a dragon set? If it was a like non-dragon based set, if it was like Tarkir Clan Wars,
yeah.
Tarkir Clash of Clans,
You're welcome,
um,
Wizards.
you're welcome, Wizards, exactly. And you guys can have a mobile game,
Yeah,
just like that doesn't suck. It's not just Candy Crush with that's been reskinned. Um, right? Like if you have that as your um like are we like actually bringing people in? And then did like we lose a bunch of those people because they just like had a like steaming pile of Dookie for a set being Spider-Man,
yeah.
you know? Or like how many of those people were like, I love Aang, the Last Airbender. I'm at Target. I'm gonna buy some of these packs.
hmm
Like how many of them came for Lorwyn?
Yeah,
Like I think that's the thing is like you can get these like sugar rush, like people see an IP they know and they grab it, but you know, do they keep coming back when it's not an IP that they know? Like does Magic become the IP that they know, or is it just Ninja Turtles? And just anecdotally, my Target,
hmm
you can buy any Ninja Turtle product you want.
yeah,
They are all there.
yeah. I think it was a YouTube video I came across today, talking about the Turtles team up, whatever.
Okay.
That like it's like a four-player multiplayer thing where it's four people versus like the big bad guy, like arch enemy kind of. Um,
Yeah.
that product is selling so terribly that there's arbitrage there.
Oh.
The value of the cards in the product are worth more than people are selling the product for because nobody wants it.
Uh, I do love me some arbitrage.
Yep.
Um, I know that like so on TCG Player right now, they're $45. A high of 59 and they're down to 45 is what they're selling for. Because I don't know what is in the is this the there's like a common in one of these products
Yeah.
that is pretty expensive.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't watch the whole video. I didn't have time to, but
You didn't have time to watch a video about some obscure product no one wants?
no, I watched it. Like,
No,
I
no.
don't even think I think I turned it on while I was driving back to work from lunch. and just listen
And
to it for 5 minutes.
yeah. Um, but there's like it's like a, it's an affinity creature. It's like a 3/3 flyer
Yeah.
for like 5 or 6 that has affinity, and like it's super expensive right now because it is in a product that no one is buying. So it might be in the Turtle Team Up project
Yeah, maybe.
product, but it's just like, I mean, it's one of those things that like if you're not super in tune with um Magic, like does that product even make sense to you?
No.
Or you're like, oh, like I totally know what this is, and it's like, I think it just makes it difficult to like actually get people to want to like buy it or whatever
Yeah.
if they don't even like understand what it is. Like can and like even me right now, I'm looking for it. I can't even figure out what I'm supposed to click on TCG Player
To find it.
to find the thing. If I go to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like I can't just find like the the cards from just that. But whatever.
Yeah.
Um, like I would not be surprised if this would not be the first time that they made a product that no one wanted.
Yeah.
But then it's so funny that like all the Final Fantasy stuff people wanted,
Hmm.
right? Like that was just like kind of like a given. Like people were like, and like I have some of the like deck boxes or what or whatever, like the set boxes, the theme boxes,
Yeah.
because there's some cards that are like $40 in those.
Hmm.
But yet at the same time, I go to my local game store right now and I can buy them all. Like they're still there.
Yeah.
Right? It just feels like there's just way too much stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you want a Dan Dan deck.
Yeah, seriously. Unless
So
you
for
want
those of
Dan
you
Dan.
who don't know, uh, more magic gossipy stuff. Um, they did, whatever the 50th secret layer of the year here in March,
Yeah.
and it was like the Dan Dan secret layer. So Dan Dan is this like goofy format. I think I'm allowed to call it goofy.
We've
It is
talked
a
about it on the show before.
yeah, but it's like a format that you like share a deck,
Hmm.
and like the whole point of it is like you like put cards back on top of the deck to like give your opponent a bad draw.
Right.
They have cards to mill. Like he's doing all this like tricksy stuff, and the only way you can win is with Dan Dan,
Yep. It's
which
the
is
only
like,
creature in the deck. It's a
is it
4/1 with Island Home.
that like is like blue or something?
Yeah.
Um, and they did a Dan Dan secret layer. It was a product interesting enough that our fair James wanted to purchase one.
I did. Yeah. I tried to get in. I wasn't. Oh, excuse me for 1 second.
We're both in the same boat here as I'm clearing my throat, so I apologize to the listener.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Yeah, I had jumped on. I didn't know what time it was supposed to be coming out. I had seen that it was going to be a thing, like the day before, and I was like, oh, like I have legitimately thought about building a Dan Dan to play occasionally or whatever, because it's kind of somewhere in between a competitive constructed deck and a cube. Like you can curate it like you would a cube, but you and your opponent both play off the same deck. So I thought it was like an interesting, I don't know, alternate way to play or whatever. So I had heard about it the day before, and when I didn't know what time it was going to go live, so I had hopped on like a couple different times in the morning to see if I could catch it, and it wasn't live yet. And then the next time that I checked it, it was sold out. Whatever time that was.
so um, it seems like they like doing the um, what is it called? The limited print release
Mm-hmm.
is starting to backfire
Yeah.
because, again, as I am still on here, um, they've actually changed how they advertise the secret layers now.
Oh, really?
There is, so there used to be featured drops, low stock, those are still there,
Yeah.
and then like on the stack. So like things that are like currently for sale or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But then they have a new section that is new designs
Oh, okay.
that are like, hey, you should want to buy this Fallout secret layer because it has new designs. And this God of War secret layer that's been for sale for 3 months, you should want to buy it because new
New
designs.
designs.
Now, granted, we are down to the Fallout Beyond the Vault 33 and just the God of War as the new designs.
Yeah.
But the like no longer just doing like print to demand.
Mm-hmm.
You run into this weird like thing that looks bad on both sides.
Right.
Dan was super popular. They could have sold thousands more Dan
Yep.
than they actually sold. They could have sold one to one of your Intrepid podcasters.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then but they can't because they're like, we printed 8 of these
Right.
and the first 8 people get one. And then on the other side, they're like, we printed 8 Fallout decks and 2 people bought them. Hi. I was one of them that I sent it to South Carolina. But hi. Uh, but
Oh, I
like,
still
but
have
now
that, by
there's
the way. I got to send that to you.
yeah, it's fine. But they're still sitting for sale.
Yeah.
So then that makes it look like no one wanted that product,
Right.
and its secret layers aren't desirable. I mean, I actually at one point went back in and bought more of the Last of Us ones
Mm-hmm.
because they were half the price on TCG Player,
Wow.
and I was like, well. I think in stocks they call this lowering your basis, and so or cost averaging.
Yeah, cost averaging.
So I'm cost averaging these right now. Go me, stonks. Um, but like the products that people really want, there aren't enough of them to like give them,
Yeah.
and the products that people don't want, the fact that the God of War can stay up for 2 months, three,
Yeah.
maybe no, they were for sale in December. This is 4 months of God of War,
Yeah.
right? Like that just looks really bad for Wizards.
What's kind of crazy is that like Dan has like Mystical Tutor in it, right? So there are cards that are worth monetary value.
Okay,
But the deck is by and large like unplayable cards. Like there's a lot of very bad cards you would not play otherwise in it.
yes,
And because of that, it was priced not unfairly, I'll say. It was like 90 bucks or $99 or whatever.
mm-hmm.
And they are 220 on eBay.
Yes, or more. They were getting sold for like $300 the day of.
No, yeah, they're not, I mean they're not that high right now. I'm looking through. It's like 225. There's one at 200. I mean, there's some people asking crackhead prices, but
As they do.
yeah. There's one for 205. I think that's the cheapest one, 205.
Also, denizens of the internet, just so you know, if you're like, man, we're talking about God of War, it is currently more expensive to buy it on TCG Player than it is to just buy it directly from the source.
So just buy it from Wizards.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
The average price is the market price is $57.
Yeah.
Like I guess like with shipping, maybe it works, but yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Arbitrage.
Yeah. How many of these can I buy from Wizards to make a $7 profit?
Yeah.
Not enough. But I just think it's like they just make themselves look bad on both sides.
Yeah.
Right? Like I understand not playing like, making a bunch of like peaks and thought scours $200.
Right.
But if it was just like print and demand, you have a week to buy this,
Yep.
right? And if they did God of War print and demand, you have a week to buy this,
Yeah.
right? If only 6 people wanted it, no one would know,
Right.
right? They could just be like, oh, they have a successful sale, like closed in a week. Like, everyone who wanted one got one, lots of happy customers.
Yep.
And it's like this is like the one guy who bought 6 of them. Hey, he's a happy customer. We did it.
Sure.
Right? But with this like, limited supply, you make people angry on one side, and then on the other side it's like no one wants this product. Like why do they keep doing this if no one wants this?
Yeah.
And so they just can't win. We're not gonna look at there's so many okay, so let's see here. So right now, but the Fallout one, cheaper to buy on TCG Player.
Okay.
It's $41 right now. God, they went from 175 in February. No, bad consumer.
Yep.
Don't do it. But they went from like 175 to that. But yeah, I don't know. It's not a good look.
Yep.
I get that people got like impatient and that they like I spent money and then did not get thing for 3 months.
Yeah.
That's okay. Maybe it's because I'm old and like I used to lay away stuff.
So, like, it's been a while since we discussed this because I haven't done it in a long time and they took my tools away from me, which is probably mostly why I haven't done it in a long time. But let's talk about proxies for a minute.
Okay.
So when I was making or having proxies made, and back when I was making tokens and stuff and having them made, I would send a file to some factory in China that would print them and mail them back to me. And it was a one-off order, right? I wasn't ordering 100 of the same thing. I was ordering a set of 500 different cards. And I would have them in my mailbox within 10 days.
Yeah.
So, like, if that's a thing that can happen, just one guy ordering 500 different cards overseas and having them in my mailbox 10 days later, why would it take 3 months for Wizards to have 10,000 of the same 5 cards printed and shipped out?
I'm sure you're asking something that the people at Wizard of the Coast also struggled with.
Yeah.
It may also be that, like, maybe they have their printers, like, at capacity. And it was, like, and maybe it was just a poor logistics of, like, hey, this secret layer is happening. Like, we're going to need you to print it. And they're like, well, we don't have any space open on our printers until 2 months from now.
Yeah.
And then we'll put it in there, right? Because I'm assuming there is some lead time on the secret layers, but for a while it just felt like just they would like bonk their head, like say a word, and they would just be like, we can commission 5 artists to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next. And like it didn't seem like there's much rhyme or reason to it.
Right.
But maybe it's just their printers were at capacity. But you would think if you're literally printing money,
Mm-hmm.
which this is,
Right.
right? They are taking something that has literally no intrinsic value
Mm-hmm.
and then giving it value,
Right.
right? Like, you think they would just like have one printer whose job was bang out as many Dan decks as we need
Mm-hmm.
as quickly as possible.
Call the
Because
factory that I used.
exactly. Look, they will do it for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, they don't have our paper. Oh, they have your paper.
they have your paper. I promise you, they have your paper. But seriously, if some random guy in coastal South Carolina can email a file to China and have physical versions of that file in my mailbox in 10 days, why can't Wizards forward every order that they get for Secret Lair to a factory and have the factory send that to the customer?
Yeah, they even go back to Wizards. It's just
Yeah.
like basically
Drop
Wizards
ship.
is just drop shipping.
Yes.
They're drop shipping their product.
Yeah.
I mean, that factory may have higher quality control than Wizards itself.
Well, ask the patrons. Like those tokens that I sent out all looked fantastic.
They did. No, I agree. It doesn't make any sense that it took as long as it did.
Yeah.
And again, you would think big company could like convince some people move some product.
Yeah.
Because hey, if we do this, we just make an ungodly amount of money.
Right.
We should probably do this. But again, I'm just a simple country boy in suburban Wisconsin. Like, what do
Yeah.
I know
Exactly.
about the big world of moving money?
Yep. Printing money.
Printing, yeah, exactly. This is as close as you can get to counterfeiting,
Mm-hmm.
and they mess it up,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of amazing. It is legal counterfeiting, right? They can make a Shadowbone Apostle step and complete foil Secret Lair drop card that sells for $180.
Mm-hmm.
They could just make as many of those as they wanted.
Yep.
And I understand they would get a little bit cheaper, but even at $100 a pop.
I mean, they made the One Ring a bundle promo. And
They did.
gave one
and
to
it's still
every
80
person
bucks.
that bought a bundle. And it's still an
Yeah.
$80 bill.
Yeah, like they just can print $80 bills whenever they want.
Yep.
And they're like, especially with like them selling direct.
Yeah.
Right? They could just like,
Oh, it's on Amazon.
oh, I was gonna say like, here's the thing.
Huh.
Right? I was like, but like I sold my One Ring because like they're 100% gonna put it in the Hobbit.
Yeah.
Right? Like 100%. What if they did like the One Ring Secret Lair
Oh, yeah.
and they just sold them like premium special? They're $100 per Secret Lair.
Yeah.
It has like a One Ring, a Bilbo, a Frodo.
No. It's 4 copies of One Ring. It's the One Ring on Soren's hand, the One Ring getting cut off by Isildur, the One Ring in the river, the One Ring when Gollum has it, and the One Ring when Frodo has it. So five
There you go.
copies of One Ring, one for each finger.
One for each finger, and you get like one for 5 of your commander decks.
Yep.
This is my dismemberment deck.
Yeah.
Every card in here has someone losing a limb.
Yep.
This is my Merfolk deck. This rings into water.
That's right.
Yeah, but yeah, you think they would just be like, okay, cool, I can just like do this. And then there's like cards I've never. Rot Hulk, retro frame, Secret Lair drop, $102. I don't even know what this card is. Yeah, whatever. It's a 7 mana like reanimate for 3 things.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's $100. Yeah. If you can do it, Morrow can do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was a little bit of everything.
Yep.
But you got anything else?
Nope. That's
All right.
was the random topics that I had, unless you had something else.
I got nothing else.
All
So
right.
with that, I think we got a show.
Yeah, that was a surprisingly full, and I think it was a pretty good show.
Yeah. So if you have any idea of what we should talk about next week, please let us know. Facebook, Discord, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, all those places. Links are in the description. Come in, say hey. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, and if we don't hear from you, you're getting more of this. So I hope you like it.
Yeah.
If you want to support the show, you can do so via our Patreon, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG. Patrons get an episode just like this every week, where we're just having a chat about whatever springs to mind. We need to catch up every week and make sure our equipment works, so we shoot the shit for about an hour before every episode and record it and give it to our patrons. If you're interested in that and would like some more, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG. Check it out. Help us out.
Yeah. So with that, we'll catch you on the internet.
We'll catch you on the internets.